kickoff game.
And on the first day of training camp for the first team to report this year.
Hey now.
Broncos don't take the field until tomorrow, but they arrived today in Inglewood, the first full squad to get things underway. A little bit earlier than most teams because they've got the Hall of Fame game coming up in 2 weeks. We'll probably see a lot of this guy in that game, but we did not see him earlier today. Drew Lock agreeing to terms on his rookie contract just a couple of hours ago. It got it in right under the wire. So there will not be a holdout here, should be on the field tomorrow. For more on today, here's James Palmer.
Good news in terms of the injuries. Not a single player starting on the PUP list for camp, and specifically on the offensive side of the ball with the skill position players. Phillip Lindsay hasn't practiced all offseason with wrist surgery. He is good to go, according to head coach Vic Fangio. Fangio also told me that Emmanuel Sanders is good to start camp. Now, both will obviously be eased back into things, but Fangio also told me that it will happen quicker than many expect. And he also expects more out of the best player on this football team, Von Miller.
He's got more to give. I think we can make him be a better player. He's got to make himself be a better player. Let me rephrase that, with us guiding him and being a resource for him. I think he has more in him, that he can even be better and better.
We're all aware Von Miller can wreck a football game, but this season most likely hinges on the success of new quarterback Joe Flacco. John Elway said a lot of the success can come from the system that Flacco is going to be playing in this year, and also added getting traded 2/3 of the way through your career, well, it can make Flacco look like he has a lot to prove.
Will he prove it? That's the big question there in Denver, where they have struggled at the quarterback position since Peyton Manning retired. A combined 20-28 with a passer rating of 78.1. Flacco, in that time, just one more win and 4 ratings points higher. He does have a Super Bowl. He's proven he can get it done in the playoffs, but will he get it done in Denver? 2 people here with opinions about that. That is Brandon Boykin, a 7-year NFL veteran at defensive back. Good to have you here with us.
Great to be here.
And that is David Carey, a 12-year veteran at quarterback.
Thanks for making me feel old.
How's that? I didn't say how long ago you were a 12-year veteran. How's this going to go?
I think it's going to go well. I'm a big believer in coaching. And so you get Rich Scagnarello, I think is the way you say his name, but he's been in San Francisco. He had some quarterbacks roll through there while Jimmy Garoppolo was hurt, and he did pretty good. I think he got those guys to play good football. So it's all about the system. I think Joe Flacco he's thrived in situations that he's going to be in. Vic Fangio is going to put together a pretty good defense. They're going to go out and play pretty solid football. So what he's going to do is similar to what he did in 2012 when he was the Super Bowl MVP. Go out there, complete some passes, be efficient, which I think he can do in this system. They don't have a ton of weapons around them, but he doesn't have to be a guy that goes out there like Peyton Manning did when he came to Denver and threw 50-some touchdowns. I mean, you can be a guy. So when Peyton came to Denver, he had 9 wins in the playoffs. Joe Flacco has 10. So he knows how to win football games. He just has to be put in a position where he can succeed. I think he's in that situation.
Does the defense hold up their end of the bargain here? Do you think that they're good enough to make things easier on that side of the ball?
I think they'll be a top 5 defense in year 1 of this scheme. I think they got the personnel and the potential to do that. And you talk about Vic Fangio. He's a head coach, but he's a defensive-minded head coach. So you talk about the success that they had in Chicago with Khalil Mack, Leonard Floyd, all of those guys. He's got the same type of personnel in Denver with Bradley Chubb, Von Miller, those same type of guys that can get pressure. So I'm excited to see what they do. And they have a better secondary than he had in Chicago, in my opinion. So I think if they stay healthy, sky's the limit for what they can do defensively.
Formula. It's a good formula for Joe. He can do it.
It's a tough division that they're in.
It is very difficult.
As you well know.
One really good football team and 3 decent ones.
Which one's the really good one there, David?
Defense wins championships.
You're right.
Made the same colors as his suit.
Yes.
Okay.
How convenient.
Looking forward to seeing how all of this plays out. Starting tomorrow, first practice, 9:15 a.m. Denver time. We'll have all the highlights for you here on